We now have the opportunity to build back better than in the past, aiming at inclusive and sustainable economies and societies.
In order to meet the challenges of today, we can't just build back the way things were before. We have to build back better. Take a look at America today. Over 150,000 Americans are dead from COVID-19. We have a health crisis, an economic crisis, a racial justice crisis, climate crisis exacerbated by Trump's denial of science. And America needs a plan to solve all of them. Over the last century, America has defined itself by rising to meet existential challenges.
On this International Mother Earth Day, all eyes are on the COVID-19 pandemic, the biggest test the world has faced since the Second World War. We must act decisively to protect our planet from both the coronavirus and the existential threat of climate disruption. The current crisis is an unprecedented wake-up call. We need to turn the recovery into a real opportunity to do things right for the future.
We'll make the biggest investment in manufacturing and innovation since World War II. Today, federal investment in research and development is at an all-time low. That's why I'm proposing historic research and development investment to sharpen America's competitive edge in new industries.
As we spent huge amounts of money to recover from coronavirus, we must deliver new jobs and businesses through a clean, green transition. Second, where taxpayers' money is used to rescue businesses, it needs to be tied to achieving green jobs and sustainable growth.
There's no more consequential challenge we have to meet in the next decade than the onrushing climate crisis. We'll meet this challenge by creating millions of jobs in a clean energy economy. Jobs that will ensure American automobile industry leads the world in manufacturing electric vehicles.
Public funds should be used to invest in the future, not the past, and flow to sustainable sectors and projects that help the environment and the climate.
We're going to make investments, so by the end of my first term, we are going to be on an irreversible course to achieve net zero emissions, economy-wide, no later than 2050.
Fiscal firepower must drive a shift from the grey to the green economy and make societies and people more resilient.
In order to build back better, we have to ensure that all Americans have opportunities to generate wealth, especially communities of color that have been historically left out of the benefits of an economic recovery.
Fifth, climate risks and opportunities must be incorporated into the financial system as well as all aspects of public policy making and infrastructure.
That's why I'm going to take on our successful Obama-Biden Small Business Fund and scale it up to 20 times the size so that black and brown small business owners have access to $150 billion in venture capital and low-interest financing.
Greenhouse gases, just like viruses, do not respect national boundaries. We need to work together as an international community.
Times are tough now in America, but we've been here before. We can do this. We can build back better. And I'm looking forward to getting started as soon as we can.
We must do all we can to save lives and ease the economic and social devastation. Crucially, we need to draw the appropriate lessons about the vulnerabilities and inequalities the virus has laid bare and mobilize investments in education, health systems, social protection, and resilience. This is the biggest international challenge since the Second World War. Yet, even before this test, the world was facing other profound transnational perils, climate change above all. But multilateralism is not only a matter of confronting shared threats, it's also seizing common opportunities. We now have the opportunity to build back better than in the past, aiming at inclusive and sustainable economies and societies.
Over the past few months, momentum has grown for what I call a global Green New Deal.
To be so broad and to be so comprehensive, because we are outlining the Green New Deal.
Okay, here we are. This is the $15 million mansion where Antonio Guterres lives, and you see he's got two separate UN security cars. These guys are driving in and they're driving out. No masks, man. Check it out. UN car, smoker, no mask. He's going in with Big Tony. See, this is not quarantine. This is a violation of New York City health regulations.
He is currently away for 2 weeks. He will be back in New York next week, where he will be working from the residence in accordance with the quarantine procedures.
Antonio Guterres left the city amid a pandemic, didn't say where he went. One assumes Lisbon, but who knows? All I know is that Big Tony's getting some delivery. He's getting some delivery. Joy. Big Tony's got joy. He's delivering joy. This is quarantine. Let's be honest. This is under quarantine. Antonio Guterres is violating New York City quarantine rules as we speak. He's got guys going inside with no fucking masks, bringing him joy. He's got some gloves. Also, he could go on vacation. Antonio Guterres is a thief of public money. He's a criminal. He had the press thrown out for daring to ask.